Hey guys. Let's see here. Waiting on everyone to join. Hi. Just seeing, letting a couple people join before I get started. No worries. Hey girl. You're good. Just tune in and out. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join real quick. Two people. Wow. Nobody wants free Olaplex, I see. I love how it's literally my two friends watching right now. Oh, this is great. All right, well, you guys knew what time we were starting. It's 3 minutes in. Don't worry about me. Blow my nose. Everything's fine. Okay, I'm not going to take up too much of everyone's time, but if you want free Olaplex and you want some really good deals and you want to be part of the giveaway, I suggest you stick it out. So let's talk about Olaplex. What is Olaplex? So I'm going to break it down to you how I explain it to people. I'm actually going to draw it out for you. It makes it a lot easier. So I want you to imagine, and if you know me, you're already going to know this. You could probably rehearse this back to me if you're my client and we've talked about Olaplex, okay? So I want you to imagine that just one single piece of hair, okay? Okay, I can't single, there we go. All right, literally one piece of hair, okay? One piece of hair. So I want you to imagine that one piece of hair, right? Here's the hair. This is like a ladder, right? And we have steps in our hair like this, right? Does that make sense? Oh, you guys can't even see it. Nobody told me. So this is one piece of hair, one hair strand, right? And so obviously if these ladders and these steps aren't reliable, then the hair is going to look like this, right? Every time we're using bleach, every time that we're using products, we're breaking steps in our ladder. There's still some steps, but for the most part, okay, right? See what I mean? So like if this step right here breaks in our hair, that whole hair strand comes off. That, my friend, is split ends. This right here is why your hair breaks off. This is heat damage, chemicals, hot water. We'll get to that. Don't play with me. Okay, so this is your hair every time you color it at home, every time you use your flat iron over 250, every time you're not using a heat protectant, okay? So when we use Olaplex, what's technically happening is it's going in and repairing our disulfide bonds. So what it's going to do is take your hair from this to this, right? So instead of having to worry about if one, girl, I heard that, get you on some Olaplex, you stick around, you're going to get the discounts. All right, so here we go. Boom. We have our ladder, okay? When we use Olaplex, it's going to look like this. This is before, this is after, all right? Heat damage, chemical products, hot water. Okay? So using Olaplex, basically, it works for itself, right? It literally speaks for itself. So even after you've used it, you're still going to get those results. It's going to continue to work for you. Okay, so let's talk about the different products. Now, there's actually like, I don't know, like 10 products out by them now. I'm just going to tell you my favorite ones because don't tell Olaplex. But I feel like all of the new products that they have are just like combinations of other products put together, right? Like they have a new like 4-in-1 mask. So like literally like 4-in-1. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you the products I think are going to save you money. I know for a fact they work because I've used them on myself. I've used them on clients. I've used them on my family. All right. So also, I forgot to tell you guys. So my 5th, and my 10th order are going to get special gifts and free prizes. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is a hair mask that comes in this size. Did you guys know that? A number 3, the hair mask, in a big size, right? Because usually it only comes in this size. The mama and the baby, right? So Number three. So these are the masks. And I'll be giving one of these away. Actually, I'll be giving 2 of these away. The big ones. Also, just like a couple other things. Okay, so the mask. So let's talk about number 1. Number 1 goes in the product. So like, let me rewind. 1 and 2 are for professionals only. So step number 1 goes in your bleach, in your lightener, or whatever chemical you're using. It actually also can be used in perms. It can be used with relaxers, whatever you're needing. All right, so when you are going to get your hair bleached or whatever, the stylist can put number 1 in your product. So in the bleach or whatever. This is going to prevent your hair from damaging any further. So like when you come to my shop and you've never used Olaplex before, when you use it at my shop and you leave, your hair's not going to be any more damaged, or, you know, it's going to be healthier when you leave. There's definitely not going to be any more damage happening after that. So if you stick with me and you're using Olaplex, your hair shouldn't be getting damaged unless, and we'll go over this later, you're using hot water, no heat protectant, or your flat iron is over 250. I got to get a drink of water. Ugh. Yeah, this is a big water bottle, I know. I need both hands for it. Water. All right. So we've already gone over number 1. Number 2 is like the mask, okay? So this is number 3. Number 2 is for professionals only. So number 3 is what the clients buy, and it's actually diluted down by like 36%, I believe. So, when you're using the number 2, so you'll see me sometimes post these like big ass Olaplex number 2s. I mean, they're fat. They're like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these about here, and they're pretty big. So every once in a while, I'll get a couple of those in and I'll sell them on Facebook because they're just extras. I've got the really big gallon size at the shop, so I don't need them. So if you ever see me post those, hop on it because that's the professional grade, not the client grade. So number 1 and 2 are for professionals. You'll see me use that at the shop if you come to me. Number 4 is the shampoo, right? So it's basically just adding to the rest of the kit. So you want to use number 4 with number 3. You want to use the whole system if you want to see maximum results. So number 4, shampoo. Number 5 is the conditioner. So like, remember earlier I was saying I feel like a lot of the new products they've come out with, like the 4-in-1 and the mask, I literally just feel like it's a combination of the conditioner and like the number 3. Does that make sense? So, well, listen, girl, I have some really good deals going on my, I know that right now everybody's going through the holidays and stuff, but when you guys are ready. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys, I offer payment plans on my website, my online store, fabhairproducts.net. So if you need all of this, but you don't want to fork out an arm and a leg, not literally, but you know what I mean, then you can make payments on it. It's 4 payments, so once a month. All right, so we got the number 1 and number 2 for professionals. The number 3, that is for clients. Number 4 and 5, shampoo and conditioner. Then we've got number 6. This is one of my favorites. This is a bond smoother, but if you know me, I call it a leave-in conditioner. So after you use the 4 and 5 shampoo and conditioner, you're gonna put the number 6 in your hair when you get out of the shower. So you'll wanna put this in your hair when it's damp, right? And clean, towel-dried hair. So the leave-in conditioner and then the heat protectant. Let's get this open here. Hey. All right, so this is the, ooh, my favorite, look at that. They're also known as liquid gold. So this is the number 7. So what you'll do is you'll come get your hair done with me. I use 1 and 2 at the shop. 48 hours after, you can wash your hair with the shampoo and conditioner, right? So what you'll do is shampoo, mask, comb it through thoroughly. This is very important. If you do not comb it through, it's wasting the product. You've got to comb it completely, thoroughly through, okay? I'll say it again. Comb it all the way through when you use the mask. Let it sit as long as you can. At the shop, we do like 20 minutes. At home, I do like 3 hours. So I suggest you do the same. All right, so then we do the mask, then we rinse with cold water, then we're gonna condition. So then what I do personally is I like to take a pea size of the Olaplex number 7. I'm sorry, trying to get this off here. No, pea size of the number 6 leave-in conditioner. And about, well, for my hair, I do about 3 or 4 drops. For someone who's got like hair down to here and it's like a, you know, horsetail, probably like 6 or 7. I don't know. It just kind of depends on how your hair is doing that day. But if you wash with cold water, you shouldn't need too much of these products because they are very concentrated. If you use too much, you will have to wash your hair again, basically. All right, so I'll put a little of this in my hand, boom, and then I'll take this, do a few drops together, then I'll rub my hands together, right? And then we start with the ends, work our way up. Then with the leftover product, you can use it and kind of run it on the baby hairs, right? Because we want to smooth it down. So what I really like about the oil is that this is actually a dry oil. It's not like greasy. So you can use it on your dry hair and it's not going to look, you know, oily or anything. It's going to look kind of just smoothed out. So we do this together, work it through the ends, and then you can blow dry or you can air dry. I find that when I use these products, that I'm able to air dry with no problem. Like it doesn't get, my hair doesn't frizz out unless I go to sleep with wet hair, then that's a major problem. Okay. Let's talk about why we use cold water. Let me get my notebook. I get sweaty thinking about the damn cold water. Here we go. All right. Remember the hair strand? Okay. So think about it like this. Our hair has, it's called the cuticle, but I explain it like this because it's easier to understand. Our hair has pores, just like our skin. So when we're using hot water on our skin, it dries it out, right? Same concept with your hair. If you're using hot water on your skin, right, and then you're using lotion to replenish it, what are you using in your hair to replenish it? Because conditioner is not gonna cut it. It's not just conditioner that you need. So when your hair has pores, right, just like your skin. So when you use cold water, you're closing your pores up. That's actually gonna allow your hair color to stay in, right? So hot water makes our pores get huge like this, and the cold water shrinks our pores up like that. So when we're washing with hot water, just like with our skin, we're letting all the natural oils, the natural moisture out, and we're completely drying it out. So the next thing is that color molecules, let's see. Color molecules are about this size, okay? Regular hair pore, don't worry about that. Our hair pore is about this size. And when we open it up, it's about this size. It's hard drawing upside down mirrored circles, but you get the gist of it, all right? When we use hot water, it opens our pore up like this, which is gonna allow all that color to slide right out. I bet all of you like, oh, yeah, so when we use hot water, we're opening the pores of our hair to be this size. So our color molecule is just gonna fall right out. It's not gonna fit anymore, right? Whereas when we're using cold water, see, there's no way for this to come out of this, right? Does that kind of make sense? If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to, you know, it's me. Hello, I'm down to help. So that's why we use cold water. So when you come to my shop and you complain about the cold water and you tell me that you don't like it, you would not like it even more if you left my shop and your hair was not the color you wanted. Or if you came in for red and blonde and I washed you with hot water and then that red goes into that blonde and you just have pink hair now. Does that kind of make sense, you guys? So when we're opening the pores of our hair, we're letting the color just slide right out. When we use cold water, we're allowing the pores of the hair to close up so that way the color is not just sliding out. Which brings me to my next point. Let me get a drink of water. I'm too excited. What was I just talking about? Lost my train of thought. I got so into the water bottle. Anybody remember? Hair pores. Oh, I remember. So a lot of people ask me, is it okay to use coconut oil products or Moroccan oil products? That's right, no hot water. You're welcome. Absolutely. I'm glad it makes sense because it makes a huge difference. Oh, another thing. So when we wash with hot water, right, since we're taking the natural oils out of our hair and we're taking out the natural moisture, that can cause the hair to become super tangly, super frizzy. And in my opinion, I think it almost makes it look a little dull. Like I blow dried my hair last night and it's very vibrant today. It looks very shiny. But the other day I went to sleep with wet hair. And when I woke up, I had an afro. I looked like Johnny Bravo. I had like a big old, it was really bad. So, okay, the coconut oil products, Moroccan oil products, any of the oil products, right? So if our natural hair pore is this size right here, and a coconut oil molecule is actually almost bigger than this, right? Coconut oil molecule, let me get my finger out of the way. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's about right though. Okay. So coconut oil products, even when the hair pore is big and opened up, they're not going to ever be able to, absorb into the hair no matter how hot you use. Well, and it wouldn't make sense anyways. If you're washing with hot water, everything's just going to slide right out anyways. So coconut oil molecules are never going to fit into the hair pore. They're just going to lay on top of the hair, causing, it's going to feel like it's thicker, but it's actually a waxy paraben residue that's been left in the hair. So like if you take like a razor and just kind of run it on the hair, not cutting the hair, but just kind of sliding it, you can see the product buildup. It'll get on the blade. So if you guys feel like you have that going on, if you feel like you have product buildup, what I suggest doing is using a clarifying shampoo, because what that's going to go in and do is use even stronger chemicals, which isn't always terrible, to go in and break down all that extra residue and buildup and dirt, because you'd be surprised what a difference it can make. And if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask me, because I've seen some people with some pretty bad product buildup. If you actually saw my post that I shared a few days ago, there's a girl who's got a processing cap on and she's bleaching her hair. And at the bottom of the cap, it's like all this brown shit, just like piled in, like gooey, slimy, yellowy stuff. It's really gross. And that's from hard water buildup from her house. It's from product buildup, probably from using Pantene, Suave, anything from Walmart, to be honest. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. And I know it's difficult, but you know, you can go to Ulta and spend the same amount and get a professional brand. Or you could come to me and just ask me and I can recommend something, or I can hook you up, or you can shop on my website and make payments. There's always a way for good hair. And I'm here to help you figure that out. So if you don't understand hair, I have a lot of people come to me and say, well, I just want something simple because I don't know how to do my hair. I don't know what I'm doing. This is pretty much all I know how to do. And I'm almost like honored to be able to help those people and know that I'm teaching them something new that they can take with them through the rest of their lives. So that's kind of cool for me. All right. So